What is that?
Don't worry about it.
If anyone tells you that, start worrying.
Welcome back to the Praemalorum channel. I'm your host, Steve. This episode, we're looking at Murderbot Episode 9, Through the Lens of Security.
Sec units run probabilities for successful outcomes, correct?
Constantly.
It lied because it's worried that if we know how our chances are, it'll affect our performance.
This is an example of a team needing reassurance. They are uncertain about their future and the outcome of this particular objective, and they need reassurance, which is understandable because their lives are being put at risk. They don't want to be stranded on the planet, and they also don't want to be murdered by a security unit. The probabilities portion of it comes in whenever you're assessing your environment, things inside your control, the elements of the plan. Probabilities are just like weather, sometimes unreliable and sometimes surprising. So despite conditions being conducive to, for example, a thunderstorm or something like that, you might not get any rain at all, right? And that's where probabilities come in. We like to think that we can predict the future, but we really can't. I would invite security practitioners to analyze their current conditions and see what harm is even possible.
You remember what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, you only said it 15 times.
We'll do our jobs. You functional enough to do yours?
Going over the plan multiple times and making sure everybody understands their roles and responsibilities is extremely important. Typically, we would use a RACI chart: responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. Take those four designations and apply them to the people at your organization. That way everybody within the plan knows exactly how they fit in.
Sec unit, this is Rati. Pres Orcs habitat is secure, no sign of enemy combatants.
Stop talking. Keep the channel clear.
Copy that.
I really appreciate his direct delivery. There is no interpretation left at all. It's do this, do that, directness. I like it.
I felt a pulse. The signal bundle, designed to take over my governor module and freeze it.
Yeah, he's got a monitoring system, so somebody trying to take over his system, he can monitor and respond in real time. It's good. It's a very good thing to have.
I had to get their attention somehow. I don't have a working governor module.
You dropped a bombshell on him. That's probably a really good tactic. Like, here's what you didn't know. Boom, dramatic music.
In exchange, you will take me with you onto the pickup ship.
It's betraying us.
But list me as destroyed inventory.
And there's no way he's betraying them. Everybody, well, he's not human. So let's assume he's slightly human in his behaviors. He has wants, needs, has some sense of self-preservation, and at the same time, over the course of this particular show, we have seen him start to form attachments and become more human-like. Yeah, I don't think he's betraying anybody.
Open it now.
And so it doesn't look like they have open access to everything. They actually had to allow the incoming connection. Good job.
Hack the security code and send to Garathan.
We've got the connection. We're patching you in, Garathan.
I have it. I have the codes.
This is really good communication between the team members. You need to communicate its status to let everybody know that it was successful or not.
Sec unit, Murderbot, what are you doing?
What has to be done?
Oh, it's trying to get them killed. If they're at the beacon launch pad, they'll be immolated when the beacon launches.
But that's
Murder.
Man, Sec Unit is doing exactly what his team is not capable of doing, which is harming or murdering other human beings for the sake of their own survival. So that's what he meant by doing what must be done. And that explains why he didn't tell them the full plan, because they would have tried to convince him otherwise that there's a better way, that maybe they can live in peace and hold hands or something.
Was that a bird?
In this case, this over-the-top, highly complex plan had too many moving parts that had to work to perfection. It's different if it's a lower level of complexity, which allows some level of control. And at the same time, we're talking about connection feeds depending on a particular drone being in a certain range and their conditions. In particular for the drone, they didn't control. They're flying it through open air where wildlife, in this case a bird, could interfere with the plan. Remember, keep your plans as simple as possible.
Whatever. Boldness is all! What happened? Where was the explosion?
Boldness is what?
So he looks and feels ridiculous because he was under the impression that at a particular time the beacon was going to launch, everybody was going to be killed, plan has been executed, done. He didn't know that the communication capability was destroyed by a bird. This goes back into planning and communication. At each step, you need to communicate and have a contingency. If you don't hear from me in a particular amount of time, then do this, or know that the plan deviated in some way.
Garath and Binley, I don't know if you can read me. I haven't seen a launch. I have to go and help SecUnit. I'm hoping that you'll manage to set off the beacon and take care of my children if, you know.
See, Mensa's doing the right thing. Even though communication is down, she's still attempting to communicate her plan to the larger team, so they're informed of what's going on.
Yes.
It appears another system might be open access. Earlier he said he would hack their system to set off the beacon. It almost appears that hacking is far too easy in this show. You can allow SecUnits to hack, augmented humans to hack. If a human has one of these iPads or whatever they are, they can hack. It's far too easy. They need some more controls around system access here. At the very least, don't allow open access without proper authentication.
Mensa, can you read me? We're triggering the beacon. 1 minute countdown.
I tell you what. I'll give you the data in exchange for my SecUnit.
She cares. She cares about preserving life. So regardless of whether or not you agree that an artificial intelligence in some sort of robotic body is a person or not, that's what she believes, and beliefs are really strong, and she's willing to put herself in harm's way to protect it. So in a way, she is protecting Murderbot.
Unlike me, their governor modules prevented them from firing near their clients.
Yeah, this is Murderbot taking advantage of the rules of engagement that are pre-programmed into these other security units. They can't harm a human being. Just remember, rules of engagement are for rule followers. Typically, your nefarious actor isn't going to follow the rules.
It didn't want freedom. Well, how about a little distraction?
Stay calm.
Yet again, open access to send and receive data. So much data that you overwhelm a particular system. It's a really, really bad design here. Don't have open access systems.
The beacon's away. The beacon's away.
Objective complete. Good job, team. It's okay to take a moment to rejoice in your accomplishments, but not too much.
best client.
And that's a really heartwarming episode. The person in charge of protecting is willing to sacrifice their own life for the sake of others. That's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did like it, please do like and subscribe.